Magomedkerimov versus Ray Cooper III. This is going to be the second fight between the two. The last time Ray Cooper III and Magomedkerimov did a fight was way back in 2018, where sadly Ray Cooper ended up losing the fight by second round, a guillotine choke submission. Before that, beating Jake Shields twice. After that, beating Chris Curtis, David Michaud, Jason Paulnet, Nikolai Alikassin, Rory McDonald. A lot of really solid fighters over and over and over again, getting a draw on Sadie Boise as well. Magomedkerimov on an amazing win streak. His last loss being way back in 2015. After that, beating Bobby Cooper, Bojan Filipovic again, Ray Cooper III, Chris Curtis again, Curtis Malender, and then Sadie Boise. So some really solid wins for Magomedkerimov. But this fight right here is really gonna be based off the last fight. I was not impressed. With the fight between Sadie Boise and Magomedkerimov. I mean, he won the fight. I believe it was a 30-27, something like that. But he really wasn't able to land the takedown. I know Sadie Boise is a weird opponent in that he's very tall, very lengthy, 6'3", 80-inch reach. It's a hard guy to take down, but he wasn't able to get any takedowns. And when he was able to get the takedown, he wasn't really able to control him on the ground. Ray Cooper III's wrestling has been looking amazing. The last fight with Rory McDonald, Nikolai Alikassin, and Jason Paulnet, all of these fights right there, the wrestling of Ray Cooper III has looked absolutely amazing. He absolutely dominated Rory McDonald in the last fight. So right here between Magomedkerimov and Ray Cooper III, because of the fact that I really wasn't that impressed of the wrestling and grappling of Magomedkerimov in the last fight with Sadie Boise, and the fact that I was very impressed with the wrestling and grappling of Ray Cooper against Rory McDonald, I actually think this is going to be a striking fight. I think this fight is going to stay on the feet. Magomedkerimov being probably the better kicker at range, being, I believe, let's say 3, 4, 5, 6 inches taller than Ray Cooper III, having a 3-inch reach advantage. He's gonna have the kicking advantage, the 1-2s, maybe the volume advantage, everything like that. But I think the wrestling and grappling is 50-50, and I do think the striking is going to be very close as well. But I think Ray Cooper III is going to go out there with heavy pressure and a heavy volume. We know Ray Cooper has so much power in his hands. If you look at how many of his wins are knockouts, he has 14 wins coming by knockout inside of the PFL, 3 first-round knockout wins in a row, then lost to Magomed, then he got 2 more knockout wins, a couple of submissions, a couple of decisions. But overall, he's going to have the power advantage, he's going to have the pressure advantage, and he's going to have just the overall determination. I think he's going to come forward on Magomed, close that height and reach differential, get Magomedkerimov's back to the cage, and just start throwing a volume. Just start putting on the pressure and throwing big shots, defending whatever takedowns come his way. And I'm actually going to go Ray Cooper by a decision right here. I can see a knockout from Ray Cooper 100%. I can see Magomedkerimov going out there, out-grappling Ray Cooper to a decision, maybe submitting Ray Cooper, something like that. But and then the wrestling and grappling is even. I think the fight does stay on the feet, and I do think that Ray Cooper is going to be the better striker. He's going to land slightly more strikes, put on the pressure, put on that volume, and I think Ray Cooper III is going to win a decision right here. Very close fight. The betting odds are super close. I don't think they're that close. I believe Magomedkerimov is a pretty decent favorite at -200, where Ray Cooper is at +170, but I'm going to go Ray Cooper. He's the underdog right here, but I do think he'll kind of keep the wrestling and grappling very even, keep the fight on the feet, and win the fight there. So really good fight in the welterweight division. My prediction, Ray Cooper III winning in the rematch by a decision, and potentially having a trilogy bout in 2022, which is going to be absolutely insane. But my prediction, Ray Cooper III by a decision.